So you're thinking about moving to the area and you want to know more about South Reno. Hey everyone, my name is David Tully, and in this video, I'm going to be giving you a Google Maps tour of South Reno. I'm going to give you a better understanding of Damonte Ranch, Double Diamond, Curti Ranch, and even Caramella Ranch. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. And if you're thinking about moving or relocating to the Reno area and you need some help, just reach out. Just to give you a good idea of where South Reno is, this is going to be downtown Reno. And as you can see, this is what we like to call the McCarran Loop, which takes you around many parts of Northwest Reno, Southwest, Southeast Reno, and a couple different parts of Sparks. So this is a very convenient way to get around. We're going to be showing you where South Reno is in relation to downtown Reno. So as you can see, downtown Reno is here, and it's going to be kind of in the southeast area. And this is what we like to call South Reno. And we're going to start off with Damonte Ranch. Damonte Ranch is one of the most popular neighborhoods in all of Reno and Sparks, but Damonte Ranch is located right off of Veterans Parkway. And most of the homes in this area are going to be built anywhere from 2004 all the way up to brand new homes of 2020, 2022. So right here, right off of Rio Wrangler Parkway, you're going to see Damonte Ranch High School. Their mascot is the Mustangs. And that's because if you live in Damonte Ranch, you do know we have wild Mustangs, and you might get a couple of presents on your driveway or your grass, meaning some horse poop. So don't be surprised. Right over here, you have a bunch of homes right off of Fort Morgan, Perryville, Fire Poppy. These are going to be Lennar homes built in the early 2000s to about 2008. You're going to have 1-story and 2-story homes. If you come down a little bit over here on Rio Wrangler and you hit this community right here called Big Trail, Rio Lobo, and Clementine, this is going to be a community built by Centex, which they built a lot of homes throughout the area. But do keep in mind that Centex used Kitec plumbing in a lot of their homes, which is a defective PEX plumbing. So whether you're buying a home in the late 90s to about 2008, make sure your home doesn't have Kitec plumbing, because it is a defective plumbing that had a major lawsuit of, I believe, $200 to $300 million. So like I said, this is a Centex neighborhood, and they built a handful of homes in Sparks instead as well. And then if you come down over here, I believe these were a handful of Lennar homes as well. And then if you come down to the Misty Meadows area, and right over here to Ridgebrook, Huntsdale, Walnut Ridge, these are also newer Lennar homes, I believe, built in about 2010 to the 2015 range. They have a handful of 1-story and 2-story homes. And if you come on the other side of Rio Wrangler, you're going to hit Blue Oaks, Brittany Park, Foxbury. These are also going to be newer Lennar homes built in about the 2010 to 2015 range, maybe about 2013 to 2017, but they are fairly new homes. And if you come down Rio Wrangler to the corner of Rio Wrangler and Veterans Parkway, you're going to see this community right here on Cordero, Pentwater, and Braymore. This is a gated community by Toll Brothers. They don't have a ton of amenities, but it is a gated community. And these homes right here that back to Veterans Parkway do get some noise, but they get some pretty awesome views of Mount Rose. All right, so right over here, just south of this Toll Brothers community, homes on Stetson. These were built by D. Loretto, which is a local and reputable builder in the area, which has built a handful of homes in Damonte Ranch. And right over here, just on the west side of Veterans Parkway, are going to be newer D. Loretto homes that are built within the last 1 to 2 years, and they're still building homes right here. And if you go a little bit further north of Damonte Ranch High School, you're going to hit Trail Rider, Barrel Racer, Palladium Mine. A lot of these homes in this area are going to be built by Lennar. This community up here is called Palisades, and they can have some pretty amazing views. So definitely check it out if you're looking for some nice views in South Reno. And then if you come down to Gold Mine and Bull Rider, some of these homes on Trail Rider and Bull Rider were built by Lennar, and some were built by a reputable builder called Rynan and Bardis, and they now go by Artisan Homes. And Artisan Homes still builds homes in the Reno, Sparks, and Fernley areas, if you're wondering. So once you get through that part of Damonte Ranch, you have another gated Toll Brothers community over here on Strathmore and Burley, which can have some pretty big Toll Brothers homes. And if you come a little bit further north above those other communities and right off of Rio Wrangler, you're going to hit a gated community called Saddle Ridge. This entire community right here was built by Toll Brothers. And right here at the roundabouts is kind of the middle point, I would say. This community was built with smaller 1-story and 2-story homes. These homes are probably anywhere in the $700 to maybe $900 or $1 million range, depending on the size. And then this side, I believe all of these homes on Seabreeze, Cardigan Bay, Kerrydale, Copenhagen, these are all 1-story homes that are significantly bigger. And all of these homes are going to be pretty much over $1 million. They do have a really nice clubhouse right here with a pool. It's really nice to go to. And then as you come over here back down Rio Wrangler to Steamboat, you're gonna hit Carrot, which kind of cuts you through a decent portion of Damonte Ranch. And these homes right here on Desert Lily, Alpine Rose are gonna be homes built by DiLoretto. This is one of their older communities, but I believe it is one of their most recent, just before they started building this community right over here off of Veterans Parkway. So the cool thing about DiLoretto is if you find a DiLoretto home in South Reno, they only build single-story homes. But you need to keep in mind, if you're buying a DiLoretto home, they are single-story homes, which is great, but a lot of them can have pretty small lots. So you might honestly not have more than a patio. So keep that in mind. And if you keep going down Carrot over here, I believe this is one of, this is definitely a DiLoretto home as well. And I was wondering if, Jeremy Renner, the actor, was involved with DiLoretto. And that is definitely why there's Renner Way here, which is kind of funny, but cool at the same time. So this area right here, Aiden Way, Renzo, Dominic, Olivia, this is a DiLoretto community, and they're all single-story homes. And then if you come up right up here, just above this DiLoretto community, this is going to be called Bella Vista Ranch. This is going to be a Toll Brothers community. And they have 3 or 4 different communities within Bella Vista Ranch. And they have different community centers depending on what part you're in, whether you're in Diamond Crest or Mason Ridge. So you're really just going to have to see what you're looking for. But they have a handful of mixed 1-story and 2-story homes in here. I would say all built within the last 5 to 7 years. And then some are built within the last 1 to 2 years. So if you come back over here to Veterans Parkway on the other side of Bella Vista Ranch, you're gonna hit another part of Double Diamond. And some of these homes on Angel Ridge, Peaceful Valley were built by the builder called Centex. And then D.R. Horton came in here and filled out and completed the rest of the community. And this was called Aurora at Cyan by D.R. Horton. And they have a pretty good amount of single-story and 2-story homes, ranging from about 1,800 square feet all the way up to about 3,000 square feet. And then these were built within, I would say, the last 5 to 7 years. And then if you come down here on Veterans Parkway, Echo Valley, and Longmeadow, there's going to be more D.R. Horton homes. And then right over here, Harmony Valley, Symphony Way. I believe this was a Silverado community that was finished within the last year or 2. So these homes are fairly new. And then Viking Home, Half Dome, Bears Ranch. These are a bunch of D.R. Horton homes as well. I believe this whole community on Echo Valley and Viking Home are kind of smaller 2-story homes in the 1,500 to 2,000 square foot range. And I like to call them patio homes because they do not have very big yards and not much more than the patio. And then if you come down Veterans Parkway a little bit more, the Belleville, Pachuca, Quartet area, these are all fairly new, and this was just completed. This is a Lennar community, which is a top national home builder, and they have 1-story and 2-story homes in this community, which is called Chantenay. And then if you come a little bit further south, on the other side of Carrot, this is also a Lennar community that was built probably in the 2013 to 2018 range. And this is called Dry Creek and Sage Meadow. They also have a handful of single-story and 2-story homes in this area. And right here, as you can see, Pachuca, basically on these homes right behind Pachuca, right here I would say is kind of the drawing point or the middle point where this right side is Damonte Ranch, and this left-hand side over here, Fleur de Lis, is a townhouse community. So these have some pretty upscale townhouses with some pretty high HOAs. But if you're looking for a gated community, really cool clubhouse, and looking for more of a community feel, kind of like a 55 plus community, although it's not a 55 plus community, Fleur de Lis might be a good option for you. And also I want to come back to Damonte Ranch. Damonte Ranch Park is easily one of the best parks in South Reno. And you can take this walkway all the way around, as you can see. It is really nice. It's called the Damonte Ranch Trail. You're going to see the wetlands right here in the middle. And then in the southwest, when you're going to be walking towards that direction, you're going to have gorgeous views of Mount Rose. You're going to love it. And then let's finish off Damonte Ranch over here. So if you're back to Damonte Ranch Park, which is in between Veterans and the Steamboat Parkway area, the Zephyr Heights, Silver Star, these are going to be older homes built in the early 2000s, also located in Damonte Ranch. And then we already talked about this DiLoretto community over here on Alpine Rose and Olivia. So right here in the middle, you're going to see Hyperion, Maximus, Gregorgio. This is going to be a 55 and over community by Toll Brothers, which is called Regency at Damonte Ranch, which has a really amazing clubhouse, which you're really going to want to check out and you're going to absolutely love if you live in that community. But what's unique about this community is this is called Regency Park as you enter, but there's really 2 communities in one. So this left side of the community on the left side of the roundabout, Ellis Park, Altair, Fritz. This is also in a Toll Brothers community. but this is not part of the 55 and over community, which is kind of unique. So just keep that in mind if you're looking in that neighborhood. And as you come down further south, on the other side of Piper Peak, these are going to be a handful of apartments for rent called The Harvest. And then on the other side of Steamboat Parkway and next to Damonte Ranch, this community is going to be called Esplanade, and part of this community was built by D.R. Horton, which was finished in about 2007 or 2008, and then a local builder called Genuine or KDH Builders finished the rest of the community, and it was called The Village at Damonte Ranch by Genuine. So that pretty much covers Damonte Ranch, and if you're looking for another park, another couple of great parks in the area, you basically take Veterans Parkway down and Cyan Park right over here. I'm not sure why they don't really show it, but pretty much between Long Meadow and Windwalker is a huge park right here. You have tennis courts, basketball courts, a walking area, dog park. This is a really amazing park, and I honestly think Cyan Park is the best park in South Reno. All right, so now that we've covered Damonte Ranch, we're gonna quickly go over Caramella Ranch, which is right next to Damonte Ranch, and this is called Caramella Ranch, and Toll Brothers built most of this. There's 3 or 4 communities within Caramella Ranch, and I believe Toll Brothers is mostly done with it, but they still have a lot of homes left at the Regency at Caramella Ranch, which is another 55 and over community in the area. So if you're looking for a 55 and over home in the Reno area and you want it to be brand new, customizable, this is going to be your only option in Reno. And so that pretty much finishes Caramella Ranch. And then Brown Elementary is right over here. This is going to be one of the main elementary schools in the South Reno area. And right over here, I'm going to show you, they don't show it on the map yet because I don't think it's going to be done till the later part of 2023 or 2024. Right in between here, Rio Wrangler and the walking trail, there's going to be some townhouses in here. And there's going to be a new elementary school right here for Damonte Ranch, which is great. And then if you come further southwest, you're going to hit this area called Needles, Connie Maris, Beckfield. This is called Curti Ranch, Sandrio Way, Pissarro, and a handful of these homes in this area are going to be built by Lennar, Toll Brothers, and a good portion of homes on the west side, Sandrio, Pissarro, are going to be built by KB Homes. And then most of these homes are going to be built in the early to 2010 range. And then if you come down here, you're going to hit Geiger Grade and Toll Road. There's going to be kind of a wide range of homes in this area as well. There's going to be some newer homes on Gold Run, Silver Mine that were built in the early to mid 2000s. And then on this other side of Toll Road, you're going to hit some manufactured homes, and you're going to see some homes over here with some bigger lots, some farms. It's going to be kind of a unique area. And you can basically take Geiger Grade Road. You can basically take Geiger Grade Road in the South Reno area, and you can take it all the way up to Virginia City. So this pretty much covers most of South Reno, but let's go into some of the actual amenities in South Reno. So the one thing that's great about South Reno is that you're close to most things. So you have the Summit right over here, which has the Apple Store, BJ's Brewery. You have a sushi spot. You have a bunch of other stores like Lululemon. You have Dillard's, Old Navy. So you have a lot of really great places right here. My wife and I really like to go to Miguel's. It's nothing super fancy, but their prices are reasonable and the food is good. And if you're looking for some grocery stores in the South Reno or Damonte Ranch area, you have Safeway, which was just completed, I believe, last year, which makes it very, very convenient. And you have Home Depot, RC Willey's, which is a furniture store right in the heart of Damonte Ranch. They're putting a new gas station at the corner of Steamboat and Veterans. You got Lamppost Pizza, which is decent. And then you got a gym, Flex Appeal, McDonald's, and a couple other CVS and Walgreens, things like that. And then if you take Veterans Parkway down to South Meadows, or if you take Damonte Ranch Parkway down to Double R, there's a handful of businesses in here, probably your dentist office if you live in the South Reno area. You're going to see some inns and hotels, and this area is called Professional Circle with a lot of businesses. And if you take South Meadows all the way down, or if you take, Double R all the way down to South Meadows, you're going to hit Smith's, you're going to hit a Vietnamese spot, you're going to hit Sprouts, Marshall's, and you're going to have pretty much everything you need right here at either South Meadows Parkway or right over here, right off of Steamboat. Or if you want to take Damonte Ranch Park down even further, right between Damonte Ranch and South Virginia Street, you're going to hit Walmart, O'Reilly, AT&T, Big O Tires. So you're pretty much going to have everything you need in the South Reno area. And if you keep taking Double R a little bit further north, you're going to hit Renown South, which is a really good hospital. We're going to have a couple of urgent cares in the area right near Walmart. So I would say South Reno is a very convenient area because of the amenities, the shopping centers. It's about 10 to 15 minutes from the airport, about 5 to 8 minutes from, a hospital, and you're only about 5 to 8 minutes from most grocery stores and big box stores. And you're only about 10 to 14 minutes from Costco. So overall, I think South Reno is very convenient, whether you're in Double Diamond, Damonte Ranch, Curti Ranch, or even Caramella Ranch. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.